Hello and welcome to What's Up Stratford via Zoom. All the way from Ottawa, Ontario is our MP, John Nader. John, thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Peter. Thanks for having me. It's great to be back with you.
So let's just do a bit of an overview with you. So you grew up in Perth County on a hog farm. You went to Carleton, and you also went to Queens.
That's right.
And also I think you've taught also at Western or something as well. So just give us an overview of your pre-political days, just education wise first.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, born and raised in Perth County, grew up on our family farm, um, Logan Township, what's now West Perth. My wonderful and very patient wife, Justine, also a Perth County born and raised person. She grew up on her family farm, a mile and a quarter north of my family farm. So our family farms are close together. We were a pig farm, they were a dairy farm. So we got both sides of the supply management and non-supply management debate covered there in our household. But both our families are still in the community. We both moved away for school for a time, and I went to Carleton in Ottawa, Queens and Kingston. Justine was in Kingston as well, which was our first reconnection, and we shared a ride home. She paid gas money, and that after that, I guess the rest is history. And but I moved back to Perth County in 2009. Was elected to municipal council in 2010. Did some teaching at King's College at Western while I was working on my PhD there. So that's the quick Coles notes of my pre-political career.
Perfect. Well, you've been married 8 years. You have three beautiful children. So connect us with your children, because I know all of them are also avid readers. So it's Ainsley, Bennett, and Caroline,
That's
correct?
right. That's right.
Perfect.
Ainsley, Bennett, and Caroline, ages 7, 5, and 3. So they're a lot of fun, and family's important to us, and it's a lot of fun. And I know you just mentioned reading, and that's something that as a kid I was a big reader, and it's exciting to see our kids now do the same thing. But I do have to confess that one of my bad habits has been picked up by Ainsley, who's our oldest daughter. She's 7. And I have to confess that as a child, as a kid, I would sneak a flashlight into the bedroom at night to read late into the night. And now Ainsley is doing the same thing. Unbeknownst to us, she hides the flashlight in her books underneath the covers, and then turns them on and starts reading after bedtime has been announced. So we're gonna have to work on that, but I can't come down too hard on her, since it's something I did as well as a kid.
Hey, if those are great problems, John, to have your kids reading too much. So that's awesome. Maybe get her a solar flashlight for Christmas. Who knows?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, also talking about being an avid reader, did you not acquire a whole bunch of Hansards when
I,
you were a
I
child?
I did indeed. So the late Hugh Eddygoffer, a wonderful gentleman, Speaker of the Ontario Legislature at Queens Park, a wonderful gentleman. When Eddygoffer's menswear closed down in Mitchell a number of years ago, his copies of Hansard went up for auction, and I bought the whole collection, nearly 30 years worth of large leather-bound books for $10 at auction. So a couple cents a piece was what it worked out to, and so a wonderful little keepsake there. And I have over the years consulted them as well. So it's a neat little thing to have. And here in Ottawa, and you can't see it on my bookshelf over there, but I also have a collection of federal Hansard as well, which acquired by means of a few other staffers that used to belong to former Prime Minister Joe Clark. So I have Prime Minister Clark's collections of Hansard as well. So I've got Ontario and the federal parliaments covered with Hansard, which is a lot of fun.
So let's just wrap up. I know that you involve your children and Justine in many events politically as well. How do you combine the two to make it successful?
Yeah, and it's something that that Justine and I talked about before I was ever elected, the importance of doing this and doing this as a family. So we try to make make things work. So we love attending community events, and so many of the service clubs and volunteer groups have these wonderful family friendly events, which we're able to bring our kids along with us, and they're among the luckiest kids in Perth-Wellington, because they get to attend all these wonderful events, whether it's fall fairs, whether it's parades, whether it's community events. So we try to bring them along as much as possible. And sometimes there's a bit of a discussion amongst the three kids, which ones get to come and which ones get to go to other events. So it's a lot of fun, and we try as much as possible to involve our family as part of the job that we do here.
Well, John, thanks for letting people get to know you better. And next, we're going to come up and talk about life and politics in Perth Wellington.